4 defendants were found guilty of bombing the World Trade Center in New York City just over a year ago. It was the worst act of terrorism ever committed on U.S. soil, and even President Clinton took note of the verdict this afternoon, calling it a signal that those who come into this country to practice terrorism will have the full weight of law enforcement brought against them. Here's ABC's Jim Hickey.
The defendants reacted angrily after all the guilty verdicts were read, shouting at the jury, "This is injustice. We are victims." And the attorney for one of them accused the government of tainting the jury with massive pre-trial publicity.
This was an orchestrated attempt by the U.S. government to prejudice the judicial process here. And I don't think anyone in the U.S. government today should be patting themselves on the back.
Government prosecutors said the bombing of the World Trade Center, which killed 6 people and injured more than 1,000, was a conspiracy of terrorists. Mohammed Salami, Nidal Ayad, Mahmoud Abu Halima, and Ahmad Ajaj. The government had a difficult job proving its case. Since there were no eyewitnesses to the bombing, prosecutors had to lay down a long and complicated trail of circumstantial evidence. It took 5 months, 207 witnesses, and over 1,000 pieces of evidence. To convince the jury that it was a conspiracy, prosecutors had to prove that at least 2 of the defendants planned the bombing, and at least one of them carried it out. Based on notes jurors sent to the judge asking to review specific evidence, it appears that telephone and beeper records helped convince them that a conspiracy did take place, records showing numerous calls by the defendants to chemical companies and to each other. To decide whether the men carried out their conspiracy, jurors seemed to focus on evidence against Salami, the man accused of renting the van that carried the bomb into the underground Trade Center parking garage. They found all 4 guilty on all counts, a clean sweep for the government.
This verdict should send a clear and unmistakable message that we will not tolerate terrorism in this country.
The 4 men are to be sentenced on May 4th. They face a maximum of life in prison. Jim Hickey, ABC News, New York.